Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so your friends see it. Thank you.
Something horrible just happened at U.S. Embassy in Cuba while Obama was president. It was just revealed by the State Department today that back in 2016 something awful happened at the U.S. Embassy in Havana that saw the relationship between Cuban and the U.S. crumble. In the middle of today's State Department press briefing about North Korea, spokeswoman Heather Nauert broke order and brought up an incident that occurred in Cuba in late 2016. According to Nauert, the alleged incident was so bad that we ejected Cuban diplomats. This was the result of an alleged mysterious illness which forced multiple Americans to return home. The U.S. even offered the entire embassy the option to return to the States and work here if they chose to return home. CNN even alleged that the incident was the result of something called an acoustic attack. She refused to name what the incident was or who did it, but it was clearly implied by her choice of words that Cuban government may have violated the Geneva Convention in their actions. Whatever this was, it was enough to cause Washington concern for our diplomats. North Korea, Russia, and Cuba all starting stuff seems awful Cold War-ish. Then again, I guess all this did start under Obama. If you believe Trump and Mattis and General Kelly can protect us come what may, then share this out and show the world that the U.S. is still united. Top Dem just teamed up with Trump and made massive declaration on North Korea. Washington is absolutely going wild right now. Almost all the Dems and John McCain have lost it ever since President Trump threatened to rain fire and fury on North Korea if they don't back off. Now, I say all the Democrats, because one of their top dudes just turned on the party and made a massive declaration Trump is gonna love. Joe Lieberman said Trump was right to threaten North Korea the way he did. Lieberman told the CNN talk show host, "I know that President Trump's words were strong, but I'm not upset about them because we've tried for years and years, really decades, diplomatic language and a lot else with the North Koreans and it hasn't worked." He is absolutely right. Ever since President Clinton, all we have done is paid off the Kim family and asked them not to build nukes. Clearly, they took our money and used it to build nukes. What you really gotta wonder in all of this is why are these old Washingtonians defending their failed policy? Also, why doesn't McCain just register as a Democrat already? Seriously, we won't miss him. All Trump did was lay the law down, on camera, and people are afraid of their status quo. Newsflash, Joe Lieberman was right to stand with President Trump. If you agree, then share. If you disagree, I don't care. Jawbreaker Trump just dropped the hammer on Mitch McConnell, look what he did to him. Donald Trump was elected to fix this damn country. Liberals haven't figured this out yet. They still believe the conspiracy that Russia helped Trump get elected. Republican Majority Leader Mitch McConnell thinks that he's well and good but that the expectations that he actually work for once are too high. Trump didn't take that laying down. Senator Mitch McConnell said I had excessive expectations, but I don't think so. After 7 years of hearing repeal and replace, why not done? Tweeted President Trump today. Liberty Writers reported earlier that McConnell got in front of a group of voters at the Kentucky Rotary Club and said that Trump had excessive expectations. That's ridiculous. According to ABC News, McConnell vented about the fact that President has very little political experience and said that his short time frames are making it hard for Congress to get things done. Our new president, of course, has not been in this line of work before. And I think he had excessive expectations about how quickly things happen in the democratic process, McConnell told the group. So part of the reason I think people feel we're underperforming is because too many artificial deadlines, unrelated to the reality of the complexity of legislating, may not have been fully understood. Share this if you think Mitch McConnell needs to shut the heck up and get some crap done. What has he been doing for the past 7 years? They say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's time to vote this old dog out of Congress. What do you think? Jimmatts just sent a North Korea powerful surprise that will scare them senseless. The mainstream media is at it again. They have been trying non-stop to divide President Trump and Secretary Defense Mattis, going as far as claiming Mattis didn't support Trump's threat to North Korea. So wrong. In fact, Mattis stands with the president so much that he just issued his own threat to Kim Jong-un, which will make him pee himself. Stop threatening the United States or else we will obliterate your regime, Mattis said in an official statement. The DPRK must choose to stop isolating itself and stand down its pursuit of nuclear weapons. The DPRK should cease any consideration of actions that would lead to the end of its regime and the destruction of its people. Strong words from a very strong man. The great thing about Mattis is that, unlike Obama's Secretary of Defense, James Mattis is an actual war hero with real tactical military experience. Also, despite crying from the leftists, the Trump-Mattis strategy of being tough against Kim Jong-un is finally starting to pay off. Just yesterday China launched a ton of missiles on the North Korean border to show they will not tolerate any more threats from the rogue regime. Obama, Clinton, and Bush just gave North Korea money and begged them to stop. That's where we come in, folks. Don't let the propagandists at the MSM try and ruin a great relationship with Trump and Mattis. Share this everywhere and let the world see the EJECTED stands with the president. Urgent FBI agents raid Manafort's house. What they found inside is very bad. FBI agents conducted a raid of Paul Manafort's house. He was President Trump's former campaign manager. The agents in charge of the warrant seized materials from Manafort's residence, according to the Washington Post. They cited people familiar with Special Counsel Mueller's investigation as the reason they did it. In a statement to ABC News, Manafort confirmed that the raid happened and that Manafort cooperated. FBI agents executed a search warrant at one of Mr. Manafort's residences, the spokesperson said. Mr. Manafort has consistently cooperated with law enforcement and other serious inquiries and did so on this occasion as well. This raid happened right after a meeting that staff had with the Senate Intelligence Committee. An advisor close to the White House said that the FBI could have just asked Manafort and he would have turned them over. The real crime here is that the FBI was able to raid Manafort on suspicion that he might destroy documents. It's interesting they were able to get Manafort's files, but they couldn't seize Hillary's. Get this out there and share it on your Facebook if you are tired of the Democrats getting away with everything. The moment a Republican gets in trouble, the FBI is knocking down their damn door. IT begins. Hillary's dirty Ukrainian secret just leaked and it's worse than anyone imagined. According to The Hill, a watchdog group has filed a complaint with the Federal Election Commission saying that the DNC tried to get opposition research on the Trump campaign from a foreign government. If you remember, Representative Adam Schiff, DCA, admitted to John Carl of ABC's This Week that collusion between the DNC and Ukraine happened. The group pursuing it is called the Foundation for Accountability and Civic Trust, FACT. They are saying that the Alexander Chalupa, a DNC consultant at the time, tried to get intelligence on Paul Manafort from Ukrainian officials. Federal law and commission regulations prohibit any person from knowingly soliciting, accepting or receiving contributions or donations of money or other things of value from a foreign national, the complaint treats. Fact says that Chalupa violated the ban by knowingly soliciting a valuable in-kind contribution in the form of opposition research and information on a Trump campaign official from a foreign national on behalf of the Democratic National Committee. The mainstream media has not given this an ounce of coverage, of course. They have been focusing on the Trump-Russia conspiracy theory. Politico reported that Ukraine tried to actually subvert democracy to help Hillary Clinton. It's up to us to get this out. The media won't show it at all. Share this all over social media. It's time to start locking up the criminals in the government. There's something Russian flying over the White House and the media won't show it. You won't see this anywhere. The Russian military flew a spy plane over Washington and New Jersey today. It is perfectly legal what they did, but they are targeting President Trump. In a 1992 agreement called the Treaty on Open Skies, Russia and other countries are allowed to fly over each other's territory. According to Politico via the State Department, Russia and the US have done this over 165 times since the treaty was signed. Russia is doing this to troll Trump. The only reason that they'd fly over Bedminster, New Jersey, is because Trump is there at the golf course. I don't know of any military facilities there, said a Pentagon official contacted by Politico. The plane first flew over Dayton, Ohio, near the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. It is a Tupolev Tu-154M and left Moscow on Wednesday. This is the 10th flight of this nature this year. The missions happen on a semi-routine basis, said the Pentagon official. They usually come in and they list out what locations they want to fly over, he continued. We put together the flight plan, and with a few exceptions, safety-wise or weather-wise, they are allowed to fly over pretty much the entire territory. It is very controlled and very prescribed, he added, including when they are allowed to take sensor readings. Let's all say a prayer for the days to come. Trump is being spied on from all sides. Share this everywhere if you think that Trump and Russia need to work together. It's time to work on taking out North Korea.